Hello and welcome to GenEd 500 Global Citizenship. My sole purpose for this brief video is to ensure that everybody understands how to navigate our course shell. Other introductory materials are found elsewhere. So obviously if you're watching this video, you've come this far, you've made it this far. This is a copy of our course shell. Your section is probably a different number here, and the picture might be different, but the layout is the same. What I wanted to do is to point out that here on this home page for our course shell, we have the welcome message, and this is the latest news. As you come to the course shell, you'll find weekly updates in this part of the on the home page. Please read it. It answers a lot of questions. It provides you a lot of details, and in some cases, as you can see here, it offers you direct links to help you navigate to the priority areas for that week. So watch when you come to the home page, make sure to read that item every time. You'll likely also get emails sent to your Outlook account, your MyCentennial account, with similar information. So after we've read that news item on the home page, we come to content, and we're going to see that each week, or down the side, we have folders, and they're organized first course orientation, and then you'll see we get into a weekly, week 2, week 3, etc. Now, when you see these, you'll see them. They'll be visible, but you won't actually be able to go inside each of the items because it's not yet been released. You'll see here, it'll be released on June 8th. So that's a Monday morning. All of the release dates, except for this week, is Monday, and it's set for 8 a.m. So if you came here at 9 o'clock on June 9th, you'd be able to access these. But I do want to show you what you can expect in each of the folders. So I'm going to change my profile back to a professor so that we can see what's inside here. I just quickly want to go over the materials that you'll need for your first week. So I'm going to come here to the orientation. For this first week, we need to complete all of the orientation items, and including the course outline, schedule, and evaluations, as well as the first week of actual lessons. And so just briefly, I just want you to see this layout. I'm not going to go through these, but basically what you're expected to do is to simply get yourself to the right folder and simply work yourself all the way from the top down to the bottom, reviewing each of these. Now in this case, it's the orientation. So welcome to the course, your professor, what's expected of you, and what you can expect of your professor. Some of the very important academic policies. Here, for those of you who are newer to eCentennial or to the Brightspace technology, there's a tremendous number of supports and tutorials and things that you can access here so to direct your own self through the technical things. And of course, you can use the help desk and all that other stuff. The frequently asked questions I find are pretty useful. Please review these. It answers a lot of the questions that all students will have. That's why we set it up. By the time you finish the course orientation, you should have a very good sense of what's expected. You should, I think, come to realize that you've got lots of supports beyond just your professor to help you through technical aspects, or even other non-academic needs you may have. There's lots of links and things being said about that here. As part of the orientation, you're being asked to provide a brief introduction to yourself. So this will take you to the discussion board where you can start a new thread and say hello to your classmates. Very important, I think, with the online learning, that we understand that while we don't see others, we are actually we are connected to a group of probably 35 other students. And so it's great to be able to connect that way. Next week, we're going to be talking about your group work, and that'll involve other introductions, but we're going to hold off until week 2 on that. Let's get ourselves through the orientation this week. Now, and the next aspect of that is this course outline, schedule, and evaluations. The topical, the course outline is here. You can take a look at that. A lot of that information, though, is repeated down here, but it's there and up to date for you. This, I think, is the like if I was going to paste a page on my fridge for Gen Ed 500, this would be the page where we have each of the evaluation or assessment pieces listed, percentage of your mark, and the weeks in which they're due. Down here is you have the week 1 and also the calendar date. These are particular to the 13-week summer 2020 online delivery. I've tried to be very disciplined about ensuring that these are complete, particularly around the assessment area. But this will tell you, when we talk about week 3, it's the week of June 8th. And so here, we have a discussion analysis, a discussion post regarding social analysis due, and it's 5% of your mark. And so those assessments, here there's a couple in week 5. So this is really what you would use to keep yourself on track. And also you can see sort of what's coming up in the future. So that's the evaluation scheme and course schedule. Again, that's to me the best snapshot at seeing the whole course. Below that, you have each of the project. We're going to talk more about the social analysis project next week. That's the group work. But we have some assignment instructions, some sample, and then some other supports on guiding you on how to do research. This is where you would submit your proposal once it's done, and then you can see the rubric for it, so that you know quite clearly how what is required and how you will be assessed. And so there are 3 different ones, projects, and each one of those has the detailed instructions and rubrics right here, and you can access them as you need to. So that's the one-time course orientation, and look at the evaluations and the course schedule. Now, each week you can expect, as you can see here, week 1, week 2, a set of folders. And again, what you're expected to do is to simply come to the top and work your way through the items that are here. Sometimes 3, sometimes 4 items. Each week lesson starts with an overview and give you a little snapshot of what to expect. They have a introduction video. Now this is where we are week 1, but you will see this in some of the materials where different weeks are embedded into the video content. I've tried to add as many flags as possible to eliminate any possible confusion. For this semester, we're compressing a 14-week schedule into a 13-week schedule, and that's why the weeks have shifted a bit. I've tried to flag reminders not to be confused as often as possible through the materials, so hopefully that won't be create too much confusion. I want to show you that in the overview for each week, I have a checklist. Again, it is meant to be comprehensive, telling you everything that is expected of you for that week. So this is a place where you come to, what do I got to do for the week? Have I done it all? We'll come here to the overview checklist and go through it. I don't want to take too much time right now. Then you'll find a folder called lesson, and this is where you're going to again work from the top to the bottom. If it's here, it's part of the course. It's compulsory information. You're just going to work from the top down, reading, viewing, listening through each of the items. Sometimes there's some reflection items. And you're just working from your top all the way down, complete it all. And then, I want to show you as well, if you choose to, you can actually get the eCentennial to read the words to you. And so if you want to listen to the material, that's fine. We've done our lesson. We think we've completed our lesson for the week. And now we're going to come here to the next one, summary and review. Typically a very, very brief summary. And then some exercises. I think each week there's this drag and drop matching exercise. It's good to confirm that we've achieved some learning on some of the key concepts. And so here, this one is drag and drop like this. You do them all, and then hooray! I've actually done them. I find them helpful to cement my and then submit to cement my understanding. And as well, each week has I think behind here is 5 multiple choice or true-false questions. Only take a couple minutes to do, but I think that's a really good way to confirm that you've kind of caught the important concepts in the course. And then you may find at the bottom here a bit of a peek at what you can expect for next week. Week 2, definitely we're going to be talking about the social analysis project that you'll be working in a group. All of that next week we'll hear about. And then as you go through the weeks, it is simply, we're finished week 1. In week 1, we've completed both the course orientation and week 1 content. And then next week, the week of June 1st, with social analysis, this will become available to you, and you're just going to work your way through top to bottom. Okay, so that's the navigation. That's the navigation. I think that's all I want to point out for you now. You'll have the welcome to the course and meet your professor in other sections. I want to thank you for listening, and I wish you all success, and I'll look forward to meeting you online. Thank you.